All right, Wagoner County Sheriff Chris Elliott here. So, Sheriff, you put out a letter pretty much yesterday saying that you weren't going to mandate vaccines for any staff. Why did you decide to write that letter, and just the purpose of it?
Well, many different reasons. I've been in communication with several other sheriffs across the state, and we've been talking and discussing not only the vaccination mandate that's been put out by the federal government, but many other things that have to do with what we would consider federal overreach. And so, in order to understand it, you have to know your Constitution. I don't claim to be an expert on our Constitution and our Bill of Rights, but I am familiar with it. And I am very familiar and have done a lot of research on our founding fathers and why they wrote our Constitution and our Bill of Rights the way they did. And those individuals, very articulate, very intelligent, and they had a sense of purpose on why they did what they did. And if you look at the overlying circumstances of why they did what they did, they wanted away from a tyrannical government. Okay, and so they formed their own colonies and they formed their own union, and they were very clear that the states shall govern themselves. They were very clear on this. And so our whole Constitution and our Bill of Rights revolve around that. And so you look at the oath of office that any county sheriff takes or any elected official in the state of Oklahoma takes. The very first words of it is, we swear an oath to defend the Constitution to the state of Oklahoma and the Constitution of the United States of America. And I believe for the federal government to come in here and mandate that any of their citizens have to undergo a medical procedure, and if they don't do it, they will get penalized for it, I believe is unconstitutional. And so I wanted to show support for my employees here. I wanted to show support for all Wagoner County employees. There's more than 100 Wagoner County employees here. We don't have 100 employees here at the sheriff's office, but if you take all of Wagoner County employees, we're more than 100. And so, I want to challenge all elected officials here in the state of Oklahoma is to go out and support their employees. Now, let me be clear on something. I'm not pro-vaccination or anti-vaccination. We live in a free country. I'm very pro-choice. You get to choose what type of medical procedures that you're going to have, and that the federal government or any government entity does not have the right to come in and force you to undergo a medical procedure that you don't want to do. And so that was the reason for the letter. It was a way for me to express to the constituents here in Wagoner County what my position was on it. It was a way for me to show support for the employees of the sheriff's office to know that I will never allow the federal government to come in here and penalize the employees here because they don't take a vaccination. So there's people out there that believe in the vaccination. There's people out there that don't believe in the vaccination. I respect both opinions. I took the vaccination, so I don't want people to construe this that the sheriff of Wagoner County is anti-vaccination. I am not. I made an informed decision. I did my research on it. Everybody is different. I took the vaccination for my own personal reasons, and I champion the idea of anybody having the right to choose whether they do it without being penalized by anybody. So that was the reason for the letter.